So, good morning, everyone. This is
Good morning,
our
sir.
laboratory safety. So, in the practical of this MPC 105, we are going to learn today what are the several aspects related to laboratory safety. So, this is more important because since we are, uh, as of now, may not be at college, but if we are at college in our laboratory, so what are the major things we should keep in mind? So whenever you enter in the lab for the first time, some kinds of precautions we people should take because chemistry is a lab which is full of dangers. Why? Although we are working with so many chemicals, the chemicals may be benzene, toluene, whatsoever. So these chemicals are, as we know, they are flammable and inflammable because they can immediately catch the fire moment if there is a spark either from the matches or from the electric short circuit matchbox electric short circuits or whatsoever, and these organic solvents can immediately catch the fire, and because of this our lab may be burnt. Not only lab, but it may also cause some hazards to us. We may lose when we are working. We are, let us say, pipetting out some chemicals with the help of mouth pipette. So that chemical may enter into our lungs and it can cause the hazardous to ourselves. We are working in the lab, we are taking all the precautions, but the neighbor who is to us, he don't know how to work in the lab. तो उसके हाथ में कोई वो सोडियम हैंडल कर रहा है, सोडियम immediately spilled and that sodium went to in our eyes or mouth, then again it can cause hazards. Okay, so we have to take laboratory safety because our life in chemistry is surrounded with so many chemicals, reagents, starting materials, solvents, etc. etc. We have to take the care. If we don't take anyhow kind of care, then we are the only person who shall be responsible for all of these culprits or all of these bad situations with us. In my life, when I was pursuing my PhD, doctorate of philosophy, so I have seen one of the lab burning in front of me just because of some electric spark which caught, which was this electric spark that was caught it allowed to caught the fire in the solvents, then the chemicals, reagents, all the furnitures, all the materials, all the rotavapor instruments that got burnt. I have seen in my life when I was during my first year PhD. So this is more important. Before you step down your first foot in medicinal chemistry lab, in organic chemistry lab, you should learn the safety because nowadays safety is more concern. We are surrounded with COVID-19. So we know how much kind of care we should take. You have to wear the mask, hand gloves, or whatsoever these things, hand sanitizer, social distance, avoid gathering, etc. etc. If you don't follow them, then we will be caught by COVID-19 and then we will be there on with ventilator on ICU, in ICU. We don't take the care. तो इतना सारा मतलब वो प्रिकॉशंस है, केयर है, रिस्क है, पर फिर भी हम जीना नहीं छोड़ते हैं कि अरे कोविड-19 से पकड़े जाए उससे अच्छा है कि चलो हम जीना छोड़ देते हैं, बट नो, वी स्टिल वी यूज्ड टू लिव with the spirit of yes, we can fight against COVID-19. So similarly like that, we have so many challenges, so many risks in chemistry lab, but we are taking the care, we are taking the precautions, we are taking the safety measures in the lab so that we can avoid the potential hazards to us. Okay, so that's why this presentation is much necessary to introduce you people the laboratory safety. And it is not like that you will be working for the first time in your life in some lab. You have already spent 4 years in your B Farm. You work in pharmaceutics lab, you work in ecology lab, also in organic chemistry lab, medicinal chemistry lab. So some of the precautions may not be new to you. तो नया चीज नहीं होगा आप लोगों के लिए. Will be already the things which you have already learned and already have been done. Still, let us revise it one more time so that we can avoid the accidents, we can take the precautions, we can take whatsoever the measures, preventive and safety measures. Organic chemistry lab. Our respected principal, Professor Chabaria sir, really insist on these things before entering in the lab. So following some of his suggestions also, I am introducing to here this laboratory safety and with the required precautions. Okay, so these are the some general guidelines, and although all the things which I will be sharing and discussing with you, that will be through the forum of certain words. I don't have any pictorial images and some hazardous labels because in your semester 2 you shall be also learning one chapter book, the one of the topic what is called process chemistry. In process chemistry there is a dedicated chapter of fire safety and hazards where you will be come across several solvents, the labels and safety measures, etc., etc. Personal protection equipments, PPE, that you will be learning in that subject of particular that unit. Here, my objective as a measure of in this MPharm SEM 1 practical purpose. So there are some safety precautions which I say. Okay, so before you enter in a lab, it is always necessary that you wear the apron. Apron is requirement. इसलिए when you will enter in your lab, when college will reopen, so at that time you should wear the apron. An apron in chemistry lab is suggested to covering not the half sleeves like my t-shirt. It should be fully covered through the hands as well. So required. Okay. So that is the thing that we should wear the apron covering our full hands. So lab coat is the preliminary requirement in organic chemistry lab because in generally when we are working in a lab, so some chemicals will spill here and there. So if they fall over on our hands or our clothes, so those clothes will not be further. We can reuse them. Okay, so lab coat is preliminary requirement. Then to wear the cap because it is there are so many gases, chemicals, and reagents in chemistry lab. So to wear the cap is also more important when you are working in a lab because you this is also said that the people who are working in chemistry lab So either they will lose the hair at longer age, और उनके बाल है वो सफेद हो जाएंगे early at the early age. So that's why to protect our hairs, especially for the girls, the cap is requirement is also required. Since it is COVID-19, so to prevent ourselves from COVID-19, mask is also required. In chemistry lab, mask is already one of the preliminary requirement. That if we are working, we are mixing two reagents, some chemical will spill out, and then if there is certain potential hazards, so that to prevent ourselves from that gas, the vapors, mask is preliminary requirement. To have the spectacles or the goggles, safety goggles, is another requirement, because some chemical we are working there, and some spelling solvent will spill out and may drop into our eyes, may feel it, so one or two drops into our eyes. And in those cases also, safety goggles are, or your spectacles. If you are wearing the spectacles like me, then safety goggles is not that much strongly required. Yes, safety goggles, because they risk that chemicals not from the top side but from the sidewards it can enter into the eyes. So during those also we should have safety goggles covering our eyes. Then fully protecting clothes are also required. Don't wear any kind of fashionable clothes in the lab. You are enough mature to understand this sentence. Don't wear any fashionable clothes in labs. Okay, because that if you are working there और some कुछ गिरा हुआ है और it is like that, फिर आपके चलते चलते आपका पाँव गिर गया और आप गिर गए फ्लश पे लैब में, तो फिर भी आपको चोट लग सकती है. So don't wear any kind of fashionables in the lab. It is, say you people are enough mature, so I should not talk more on this. And when you enter in the lab, it is suggested that don't wear any kind of the simple slippers or the sandals. Always wear fully covering shoes. Whether it is sport shoes, professional shoes, whatsoever. Okay. Because you are working there, आपके हाथ में conical flask है, burette है, pipette है, कोई और चीज, पेट्री डिश, वो आपने गिरा दिया कैसे भी, आपका ध्यान नहीं था, नीचे कांच, टूटे हुए कांच, ग्लासेस, ब्रोकन ग्लासेस आर देयर, एंड यू हैव worn the स्लीपर्स और सैंडल्स, और आपको पता नहीं था, आप चल रहे थे और आपका पांव उस पे गिरा और आपको चोट लग गई. It is suggested that when you should wear the safety shoes, the sport shoes, the professional shoes, even to girls also. स्पॉट शूज पहन के आओ. जैसे आप बी फार्म में जाते थे, लैब में काम करते थे, तो टीचर मे बी लाइक मी, so they might be insisting you to wear the shoes. If they are don't be insisting you to wear the shoes, now onwards have a habit of wearing the shoes in the lab. घर से ही पहन के आओ शूज में, तो भी आपके लिए फायदे में, चलते चलते पता नहीं पत्थर लग जाए, चोट लग जाए, whatsoever. Shoes is the preliminary requirement. Okay, so that way, and one more thing, we should wear the hand gloves also. Not all the time, but when you are dealing with the chemicals, when you are handling the chemicals, solvents, so that time also hand gloves is preliminary requirement. These are the for your protection also. ऐसा नहीं कि मेरे लिए मैं पहन के नहीं आऊंगा तो मेरा कोई नुकसान नहीं है, पर आप पहन के आओ और फिर लैब में काम करोगे तो दैट विल बी मोर यूजफुल टू यू. Only that message I wish to share with you. Okay? Then after this, so these are some of the conducts that you should do. Never work alone in the lab. For M-Pharm student, this is more important because M-Pharm, B-Pharm student आगे चल के M-Pharm करते हैं, M-Pharm student आगे चल के PhD करते हैं. Why we should not work alone in the lab? Sometimes some gas और may spell out. आप काम कर रहे थे, अचानक लैब में बेहोश हो गए, बेभान हो गए, और लैब में आपको अटेंड करने के लिए और कोई नहीं है. During that time, at least you should work in a company of your colleague. Even during your daytime, our college has allowed you to work in the lab even after 5:30 and even before 11. Even if you were to work on Sunday, you need to take the necessary precaution, permissions, and have to can enter and work in the lab. Our college has allowed this thing. But it is suggested always you should not work alone in the lab. At least there should be two friends. क्योंकि एक को कुछ हो जाए तो दूसरा उसको help कर सकता है. Okay, whether we should call the ambulance, whether we should call the fire, or we should call the police. In some cases, not all the times. Okay, so this is required. You should be aware about the on which number if you call then ambulance will come 108, and on which number will you call then police will come 100, and on which number you should call so that fire brigade and their personals will come. That things you should be aware about this. The closest fire station to our college LMCP is Memnagar Fire Station, and that is not more than 1 kilometer or 1.5 kilometer away from our campus. आज तक हमें कभी जरूरत नहीं पड़ी है फायर ब्रिगेड की. Since I have seen in last more than 12 years at this campus. जब से मैं B.Pharm कर रहा था तब से मुझे नहीं पता. Hopefully we may not require. In some of the cases, we may have this. Okay, so friends, basically, this I wish to discuss with you for this slide. And next, it comes to the first, when you are first performing the lab, there is something called MSDS and SOP. MSDS is Material Safety Data Sheet. Chemistry, each and every chemical has its own MSDS, Material Safety Data Sheet. What is called this MSDS? वो कैसा होता है? That we should also refer before you start working with the chemical. For example, if you are dealing with benzoyl chloride, what is the MSDS of this? If it is not available with the chemical, it will be already available on the website. With the help of permission of your teacher, you can refer your mobile and can see the material safety data sheet of particular chemical. There will be some hazards. For example, if you open the bottle of this benzoyl chloride or benzyl chloride, benzoyl chloride basically that creates the fumes when we open up the bottle of this. These are the lacrimatous reagent, benzyl bromide, that is highly lacrimatous reagent. उसका बॉटल ओपन करते ही जैसे ही उसकी फ्यूम्स हमारे आंख को टच करेगी, आंखों से आंसू बहने लगेंगे. There will be lot of irritation into the eyes. Benzyl bromide. There are some many other chemicals. Oxalyl chloride. If we open up the bottle of oxalyl chloride, fumes will come out and we may feel irritation. In these circumstances, this is hazardous to us. So friends, basically this I want to share with you. Refer the MSDS. Professor Chabaria really insist this. सर बोलेंगे आपका डिस्कशन जब भी सर के साथ होगा, रिस्पेक्टेड प्रिंसिपल सर के साथ, sir will emphasize on this to read the MSDS of that chemical first and then to should start working. आप शुरू में ही काम करते रह गए and if you are caught by like by me, then I will also ask you to refer the MSDS of any chemical. Then next it comes to the SOP, which means for standard operating procedure. This is not a new term to you. You have already visited standard operating procedure of so many chemicals, so many instruments also. SOP is basically for instruments, not for the chemicals. तो आपको पता ही है कि if we want to work, let us say rotavator, or if we want to work, let us say melting point apparatus. So what is the SOP for that? In our lab, at each and every this instrument is having SOP at particular place. So it will be our responsibility to visit such instruments and to refer their standard operating procedures. Okay, so that basically I wish to also discuss with you. Okay, then another thing, perform only those experiments which you are carried to permitted to carry out. Okay, and this already we have discussed. Don't drink anything in the lab. Why? If you need to take your lunch, if you need to drink the water, go outside of the lab and drink that. Even if you want to take your lunch, don't take the lunch in the lab. Go to canteen and take the lunch. This practice is routinely followed in industry, in big hospitals as well, because we the people are the pharmacists. They never used to take the lunch in their labs, in their offices, or whatsoever. They used to go to canteen and used to take the lunch at those places only. Because lab is surrounded with chemicals, reagents, maybe some fumes, vapors, gases are there. If we open up our food, dal, bhat, roti, chapati, and whatsoever, right, those places, then our food may be contaminated with such chemicals. It is always necessary to go to particular other place, such as canteen. Our canteen is there. You can go there and can drink, eat, then order some your delicious items from there as well. अभी तो चालू नहीं है. When the college will reopen, it will. Okay. So do not disturb anybody. That is a matter of common sense, right? Keep always your hands away from so and so other things. Have a habit of washing your hands after dealing with the performing the experiments. And there are some other notes as well. How you this is more long hair, dangling jewelry, baggy clothes are the hazard in the labs. So there are some other mention about the common sense matter. Also, that these needs to be followed in the lab. One more thing, when you are working in the lab, if you feel that there is certain incident, जैसे आपको लैब काम कर रहे थे और आपको आपके हाथ में apparatus था, टूट गया, आपको चोट लग गई, आपको खून बह रहा है आपका, ऐसा होता है लैब में, बहुत बार होता है when we are working in a lab. तो सबसे पहले आपको क्या करना चाहिए? आपको करना चाहिए, जोर से चिल्लाना चाहिए. या फिर आप काम करते हो और आपको कुछ चोट लग गई, किसी को ऐसा होता है कि मोस्टली टू द गर्ल्स दैट थोड़ी सी चोट लग जाए और फिर पोस्चरल हाइपोटेंशन हो जाए और फिर बेहोश हो जाए। इन दोज केस शी कैन नॉट shout loudly. In that case, other friend who is nearby to him or her will have to shout the loudly. So that shouting for such unavoidable incident or this undesired incident will attract the gathering. जैसे आप काम कर रहे हो और कुछ हुआ और अचानक से चिल्लाओगे तो तीन चार पांच लोग आपके आसपास जो काम कर रहे हैं वो भी इकट्ठा हो जाएंगे, देन दे विल सपोर्ट यू। है तो आप दैट वे यू शुड ऑल्सो वर्क। कहीं लैब में आग लगी है तो सबसे पहले काम आप फायर ब्रिगेड को बुलाने का काम बाद में करो, सबसे पहले जोर से चिल्लाओ, फ्रेंड्स जल्दी इधर आओ, यहाँ पे आग लग गई है, हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड का सॉल्यूशन में ये हो गया है, सल्फ्यूरिक कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के सॉल्यूशन से धुआं निकल रहा है, यहाँ पे आग लग गई है, फर्नीचर में आग लग गई है। सो दैट वे यू शुड फर्स्ट शाउट लाउडली, so then you will be able to uh, attract your friends. These are the things which I wish to share with you. And then if some chemical is there, हाँ this is more important. आप लैब में काम कर रहे हो और कोई केमिकल आपकी आंखों में जाता है तो सबसे पहले आप वो अपनी आंख को कम से कम 5, 10, 15, 20 मिनट तक, जब तक आपको लगे नहीं ऑल द थिंग्स आर वेल, उसको हैंड से वॉश कर। We the people are already maintaining one safety kit, primary ad box, safety ad box at our lab level also, and that is also available in the principal's office and also available with the lab attendant. So this way we are maintaining also, which covers some of the necessary medicines, paracetamol hai, then some antiemetics, and some anti-inflammatory or creams or antibiotic creams we are also maintaining, Dettol, Savlon, and some safety medicated gauzes, cotton. We are also maintaining these things. If you need, you can, if you, in certain cases, if you require, then can take the help of whether our pune or lab attendant to have a safety kit with you for your purpose. Okay. So do not taste or smell any chemical. This is chemistry. This is also my bad habit also. Whenever I am working with any chemical, so I used to taste it. Taste तो नहीं करता हूँ, but sorry, sometime I am smelling. This is my bad habit. Which any chemical should not be tasted into the lab. Reason is वो स्मेल बहुत स्ट्रांग है और सीधा दिमाग में घुस गई तो आप उधर ही बेभान बेहोश हो जाओगे। That should be avoided when we are dealing with any chemical. Okay, so do not taste or smell any chemical into the lab. लैब का जो ग्लूकोज है, शुगर है, उसके भी उस that we should not also use because that chemical is also hazardous. Okay, so that thing we should keep in mind. Examine the glassware before use. Never use the cracked glassware. आप कोई ग्लास आपके ध्यान में है और आपको लगता है this glassware is a crack and that is having अभी थोड़ी देर एक दो बार यूज करने के बाद वो टूट जाएगा, so don't use such glasswares because these glasswares if they are crack, then आप काम कर रहे हो, आपका कोई इंपॉर्टेंट फाइनल प्रोडक्ट है और अचानक ही वो टूट गया, वो किसी भी काम में नहीं आएगा, so don't use these kinds of glasswares. Do not immerse hot glassware into cold water. Glasswares may shatter. हमेशा हमारा ये ऑब्जर्वेशन होता है कि जब भी हम ग्लास, अभी तो जैसे आपने लैब में काम एक्सपेरिमेंटल प्रोसीजर में लिखा है कि पहले 10 मिनट तक गर्म करो और फिर उसको कूल करो, तो जनरली व्हाट वी आर डूइंग, वी आर कीपिंग दैट ग्लास apparatus first, then we are keeping it either in a cold water immediately. That no, the hot apparatus should be kept at room temperature for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Once it is cool, then we should keep it into the cold water, either in an ice bath, in a running tap water, cool it. Don't shout in the laboratory unnecessarily. We don't have to. If it is required, then you shout. But जोर जोर से बात करना, चिल्लाना, so all these things should be avoided into the lab. Okay? While leaving the department, all the exhaust. This is a matter of common sense. कि आपके घर पे भी ये फॉलो होना चाहिए कि आप घर में हो, अननेसेसरी ट्यूबलाइट, पंखा, लाइट चल रहा है, उसको बंद कर दो. जरूरत है तब यूज करो. After that, make them switch off. Same thing should be followed in the lab and at your workplace also in the future wherever you will be working. Okay, so that way you should have this. Because sometime वो क्या होता है कि if some equipment or if some uh, electric equipments such as tube lights and fans, if they are on for longer period of time, then they may spark. उसका जो spark हो गया, short circuit हो गया, then can catch fire in certain circumstances. So this thing we should keep in mind. Okay. Clean your place before and after the experiment. Same thing. जितना आप अच्छे से लैब में रह के काम करोगे, उतना भला आपका ही है. क्योंकि आप जितना क्लीनलीनेस मेंटेन करोगे ना, आपके केमिकल्स विल बी एट प्रॉपर प्लेस. फिर लैब में कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि आपकी केमिकल मिक्सअप हो गए हैं, कोई इधर पड़ा है, कुछ इधर है, कुछ उधर है आपकी लेबोरेटरी सीट पे. तो कभी कभी यू मे लूज सम केमिकल्स. लेबलिंग इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. कोई भी केमिकल है उसको हमेशा लेबल करो. आपका कंपाउंड है उसका आप कोड दे दो सो दैट यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई. Then these are the some common thing. Always use the dustbin. Don't throw the glasses here and there. Broken glasses, broken uh, glass apparatus here and there. There will be certain dustbin reserved for broken glasses, certain place for dustbin, certain plate, some waste of solvents. So all this should be discarded properly. Okay, these are some of the things that we should maintain our logbook attendance register. With it, that is not mandatory because of COVID, but after the joining of your college, it is there. Digital balance logbook. It is must required that whenever you are working in a lab, or, or some external other person from the lab is there, you can ask him or her to register into the logbook first, and then you should work. Solvent register we are maintaining also overnight reaction register also, but this is that is not the overnight reactions are not allowed as of now, and also COVID-19 you are not allowed to work in the lab presently. Microwave synthesizer registers, sonicator registers are also available. So whenever you want to use them, you need to introduce your name, the name of your department also, and your sometime enrollment number, mobile number, and your signature along with time and date of usage of particular instruments. You must follow SOPs and whatever the results are there. You should record it. Your record book is compulsory. In your this I am also giving some suggestions which shall be also helpful to you when you will be working in the lab during your semester 3 and semester 4. That time, these concepts will be more useful. Then documentation, your journal, that is more important. आपको एक journal दिया जाएगा. Our journal is basically spiral shaped journal. The format for this will be mailed to you. You need to take the printouts of those, and then whatever the reactions, the calculations, the procedures, principles are there, you need to note down in your journal using your record book. You may get in touch with your seniors. So these seniors will help you to something about your how your journal is, how will you get it, how to maintain it, etc. etc. We are also maintaining chemical register with us. If you need to take any chemical, you need to get in touch with your senior PhDs. So senior PhD will give you that chemical by entering your record after your details into that register. We are also maintaining a separate register for the consumption of this ethanol, ethyl alcohol. So there is a separate register for that. You get in touch with your our laboratory attendant. Presently, Mr. Dharmesh Bhai Suthar. So he is handling this. So if you need to take the ethanol, ethyl alcohol, you need to take his permission, bring that bottle into the lab, and also how much quantity you are using, whether 5 ml for recrystallization, 5 ml for reaction. So that record you will also have to provide when you are working with ethanol, because ethanol is a substance which is covered under this medicinal and toilet preparation MNTP Act. So that's why we also need to use this. Solvent usage book is there, and also some spectra. So as of now, at our college, we have IR. FTIR is there with our college, and that is also one more IR instrument is available at AIC, Atal Incubation Center, at new building, Ramanbhai Patel Postgraduate Center. So FTIR is available. If you want to use the FTIR, then there is a specific requisition form for that. You need to sign that FTIR form, and you need to get it signed by your HOD, Professor Anuradha Gajjar. Once she will endorse and you are required to submit your sample, then you can also perform. Then you can also perform in the presence of senior PhD student to refer to this uh, IR procedure. Okay, how to perform? You should also learn how to perform the IR. एक बार आप परफॉर्म कर लोगे तो you will able to handle the FTIR at yourself. We don't have mass and IR at LMCP, but a mass instrument, MS, mass spectroscopy instrument is available at AIC. There is a specific person recruited for this purpose. Uh, Miss Priyal is there, so she is handling the of your teacher or your supervisor, then followed by principal sir, and then go for this mass performing the mass spectroscopy of your particular instrument. Okay, NMR is also not at LNCP, but generally, if you want to perform your NMR, what to get it, your perform your what you want the NMR, proton NMR, carbon NMR of your compound, then also particular requisition form is available through that is there in the lab. You need to fill that form, give the molecular formula, the structures, whatsoever the your compound, which you will be synthesizing in your next year for as a part of your research project. Get it signed by Professor Mahesh Chavaria and submit your sample to Oxygen Healthcare. So at O2H, especially for LMCPNs, they are giving some discount to do the NMR spectra. Okay. Some small instrument called benchtop NMR will be available shortly at AIC LMCP Foundation. So our students, LMCP students, can use that also free of charge. Whatever the instrumentation that you are using in house at LMCP and at AIC, so that will be offered free of cost to LMCPs. But moment you go outside of this too, whether AIC or LMCP, then they may charge us. Okay, so that is of 15,000 rupees our college will support per each student if you want to uh, use this money for your research project during this. And you will also able to come to know something called student startup and innovation policy, where up to 2 lakh of rupees will be provided to you depending upon the quality of your research project to pursue the research during your MPharm. Okay, so these are the major topics which I wish to share with you. Experimentation is also one of the key concern that safety overrides research activity in scientific community. So that is also more important. None of the chemicals should be left open irrespective of its property. Inner cap must be maintained till the chemical lasts or chemical is. Chemical register is also we have discussed. Please keep the chemical register at its own respective place. Okay, so material safety data set that we also discussed. Excess of the reagent that should be properly used. Then store the chemical depending upon its property, whether it is in a desiccator, refrigerator. If it is photosensitive, then store it under amber colored water. Okay, always carry a piece of filter paper when you are working with these kinds of chemicals. TLCs also wash the TLC plates properly and submit that TLC preparation area. Yeah, so there may be so many other things which I cannot cover during this. Okay, there can be so many other things because this may be during this time I am sharing only few things with you. There will be many other things that we should learn whenever we are working in the lab. Okay, so let us stop myself up to this one. And if you there are so many reference books, etc., etc., are available. How to work in a lab, safety precautions, you can refer them as well. Okay, so we will be restricting ourselves up to this, and further we will be continuing our discussion on some other topics as well. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much.